Well, today is Monday. We started the second week, and I've got to say we were quite industrious today. As you can see here, the kitchen is almost gone. There's really just the rebar left and some of the wood, but we were able to pretty much get rid of all the concrete, which surprisingly went really well. Sorry about the dogs. The neighborhood dogs looks like at this time they're getting impatient and hungry, probably waiting for their owners to come home. So sorry about that. No.
So, in the next couple of minutes, you are going to see our first attempt at concrete work. I obviously watched about 1 million YouTube videos on how to do it, and I've gotta say, shout out to all the professionals out there. You're making it look really easy, but it isn't. Yeah, it definitely is not easy. I've gotta say, it was ridiculous how difficult this work was. Of course, it wasn't a great idea to try to mix all the concrete at the same time. For the next time, we will definitely try to work with smaller batches, and also we probably used a little bit too much of water, and that didn't make it easier as well, especially later when we try to make it all the same level. So yeah, let's hope it works out. I guess within the next couple of days we will see how successful this first little project with concrete was. We obviously try to start with an easy project. In this case it's the little storage room, and the great thing about this, it's not a room that is going to be used for hours on end, and therefore even if this concrete slab isn't going to be perfect, it's not going to be a problem, because you step in, you grab something, and you step out. That's about it.
Well, now it's a horse. Hello. Sorry. All right, what's next? It's already Thursday right now, and we honestly didn't get as far as we hoped this week. But fortunately on Saturday we will have a little help from a professional who is going to help us with the bathroom and show us how to lay tiles and how to make a nice wall. and in the best case we will be able then to replicate the same first of all here in the office, and then later here in the outside area where we're going to lay tiles as well. Of course, that doesn't mean that we didn't do anything. In fact, we got rid of all the kitchen, which was surprisingly easy, to be honest. The whole concrete top here, I think it wasn't really well made because it went away really, really quickly. So this was unexpected. Just got a delivery for the materials for the bathroom. It's Saturday morning, I think 5:07, and the guy called me 5 before 7. This is unheard of in Costa Rica. Usually if they tell you they're there at 7, it's probably at 8 or 9. So yeah, I had to run to the house because he called me from the new house, and yeah, I couldn't even set up the camera to show us unloading. So yeah, that's how this went down. Let me show you quickly how the concrete slab that we did 2 days ago, how it looks. I guess there is a possibility that we have to do it again. So as you can see, there are a lot of cracks. Some of you, mostly my friends, are already asking about the money. Obviously, myself, I am following a couple of similar channels where they build houses or renovate some houses. And sure, the first thing that I'm asking myself is, how much is this? So that's what we're talking about now. Okay, first of all, the house is valued by the bank and the so-called perito. That's the person called here that is basically when you want to sell a house, he has to come in and give some kind of value to your house. The value that is given is usually used to decide on how much taxes you have to pay, and also how much it's going to be for the lawyers, and how much to register the house in your name and all that stuff. In the case of our house, the official value is 44 million colones.
While you are watching us at our first try with the office wall, let me tell you a little bit more about the house and the cost that is involved. Like I said previously, the house was valued at 44 million colones, which is about $67,000 or 62,000 euros. What you need to know is that the value is usually not the price at which the house is selling. It's usually less. Of course, you could be looking at a house in some special area, maybe in a developing area for tourists or something, and it could be totally different. The official value could be some price, and then the actual price you have to pay would be higher because of the potential that the place has. Of course, that is not the case in a residential area where we are. It's usually the case that it's less than the value of the house. We were also lucky to stumble over this house just days after the bank decided to give a huge discount. As I understand it, is the bank was owning this house for a couple of years now, and they weren't able to sell it at the value of the house, so they decided to give a huge discount. In our case, that meant that they were offering it for 34 million colones, so basically a 10 million colones discount. And since we were like the first people who went and looked at it, we decided to offer even less In our case, that was 5% less, so about 32 million colones. It took the bank about 2 weeks or even more to decide, but they actually took our offer, and another 2 weeks later, we got the key. So there you have it. At the end, we paid about $48,000 or 45,000 euros.